The river and everything I remembered about it became a possession to me, a personal, private possession. I can feel it on different places on my body. In me, it still is, and will be until I die. Green, rocky, deep, fast, slow, and beautiful beyond reality. James Dickey, Deliverance.
Welcome back to Review Lens, where we dive deep into the world of cinema to uncover hidden trivia and little-known facts about your favorite movies. Today, we're venturing into the heart of the Appalachian backwoods with the 1972 classic thriller Deliverance, starring Burt Reynolds, Jon Voight, Ned Beatty, and Ronny Cox. Directed by John Boorman, this unique film gave us unforgettable performances and a banjo theme you can't unhear. There was also some Oscar snubs we'll talk about later. So join us as we explore 5 facts you probably didn't know about Deliverance. James Dickey, the jokester. Deliverance is based on James Dickey's first novel. He wrote the screenplay, provided guidance and intimidation during production, and made a cameo appearance as Sheriff Bullard. Director John Boorman was famous for directing fine movies, including Excalibur, Zardoz, Hope and Glory, The Tailor of Panama, The General, and Point Blank. Dickey drank with Boorman a lot, and they spooked the actors together, insisting upon only addressing them by their character names. When Boorman first met Dickey, the author said, "I'm going to tell you something I've never told another living soul. Everything in that book happened to me." Boorman was shocked, but as it turns out, Dickey was putting him on. He had never in his life been on the river. So much for authors who play practical jokes. Number 2, wet cameras. The film was shot more or less in sequence, a very rare thing. 2 canoes were used by the characters, 1 aluminum, which got all smashed up, and 1 wood. 5 canoes were actually destroyed during filming. Boorman spoke to the question, "How do you get actors to do this kind of thing? My method is to talk about it simply. I just want you to go down this piece of savage river." The actors turned their backs on me. Their faces were white. They shot most of the river scenes from a rubber boat. They left the crew behind, took lunch in a plastic bag, would shoot the rapids, and then the crew would pick them up at another point. Boorman had canoed the whole river himself, his other method of getting the actors to do it. Boorman and the cameraman fell several times. They desperately tried to keep the camera above water. They had a technician who stayed up nights trying to repair and dry out cameras for the next day's shooting. Number 3, dangerous shoot. Ned Beatty and Burt Reynolds did very well on the rapids. They had the better canoe, aluminum. Jon Voight and Ronny Cox made a lot more mistakes. The worst thing that happened is they had a wipeout and Ned disappeared and didn't come up for just over a minute. The group had a diver with them, always. He went in and tried to find Ned. Boorman asked Ned what he thought when the actor was at the point of drowning. Beatty said he first thought, "How is John going to finish the film without me?" And his second thought was, "He'll find some way to finish it without me. I know he will." Then he was determined to live and got to the surface. Boorman is a director that was idolized by his actors, if not hated. Number 4, local hill people. Filming for the movie took place in Georgia and parts of North and South Carolina, which is about an hour from my house. The old woman character's home was just exactly how it was. It was not set up. They just shot through the window with a camera. The old man who dances at the gas pump was completely unscripted and fantastic. Boorman commented on the notorious inbreeding in these communities because these are the descendants of white people who married Indians. So they were ostracized by both Indians and whites. The director searched for a kid in the local community to play Lonnie in the banjo scene. The boy, Billy Redden, actually is quite bright, But because of the way he looked, he was treated as retarded by the community. Redden couldn't play banjo, so they found a double who could. The hand you see is not Redden's, it's the other kid's placed behind him. The crew used his left hand and made an extra sleeve on Redden's shirt. Redden is doing all the strumming, but the other boy actually played. Number 5, Oscar snubs. What do they know anyway? Can you believe that Deliverance was nominated for 3 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Film Editing? But didn't win a single one. Watch the movie and think about that. However, Dueling Banjos won the 1974 Grammy Award for Best Country Instrumental Performance. The film was selected by the New York Times as one of the best 1,000 movies ever made. Burt Reynolds later called it the best film I've ever been in. However, he stated that the rape scene went too far. It was crazy, Reynolds recalled, thinking of the risks they took on set. Absolutely crazy. But we did it, and I'm glad we did it. Would I do it again? Not for $3 million. There you have it, movie lovers. 5 facts you probably didn't know about Deliverance. Like James Dickey said, the river and everything I remembered about it became a possession to me, a personal private possession. I feel that way myself. It's not just his river, it's mine too. So make sure to like and subscribe for more and leave a comment below with your favorite Deliverance scenes. I remember seeing this movie in the theater like it was yesterday. How about you? And as always, save us a balcony seat.